Hi and welcome back. We're going to finish another art journal page. I wanted to do a little flip through of this little art journal that I created, and it's got quite a few pages that I need to finish. Maybe it's because it's a small journal that it's difficult for me to finish. So there's quite a few left, like I said, like this one needs some help. This one needs some things on it. Definitely need to finish this. Yep, this one too. There's not a lot to do, but there are some things like 6, and this one would be 7. This one definitely would be 8, 9, and then the front and back I've got to finish too. So I'm going to continue on with the finishing your art journal pages, maybe even on some Tuesdays. It just depends on what's happening. But I was digging through my stash and I was getting these collage sheets from Dilutions. I got some stamped sentiments from Dilutions. Then I got out some Chit Chat from Tim Holtz and some die cut books and rice paper from Art by Marlene. So I've got lots and lots of things on my desk, and we're going to just go to the first page, I think. And I think this one just needs a border. So I was fumbling around with all of my things here. I apologize. And I just wanted to give it a brown border because I went around these flowers with a brown Stabilo pencil. And so I wanted to keep the brown theme going. And I didn't want the distress ink to get on the back or the front of any other pages. So I'm using those pieces of paper there to protect my book, and it really wasn't necessary. It was just more of a problem than anything, so I apologize with this little fight. But I wanted to just go around the edge, and then I decided to go around the next page also with a black chalk writer and go around the edge and let that be the border for both of those pages. So that was quick and easy, and an easy way to finish. I like this page. It's really super cute, and a lot, I'd say most of these elements that are pasted down in this art journal book are just images from a calendar that I cut up. And I did some stenciling there. You can see I did some lettering on this one and some mark making with some round circles. Might have been like a tape roll or something in some black and some white paint there. So here I'm doing that black edge with that black chalk writer. So yeah, like I said, a lot of the pages don't need much. They just need a little help, and this will be a really super cute art journal to have finished. And in my stash, I don't know that I have a complete art journal finished, so that would kind of be a feather in my cap, huh? Yeah, I think I'll stick with this and go through this whole book then with you. This one looks done to me, has a border and everything. This one looks done to me. This one here needs some help, so I'm opening the book so that it lays flat on my desk, and I'm just trying to think, what in the world am I going to do with this? So I thought maybe that looked like a lady's body there. I'm using a Dilutions die cut there, and I'm going to use a stamp and create a border. I'm going to glue her head down with a glue stick, and also I thought about adding a little bit more texture to the background, so I came up with this little word stamp, and I'm going to use brown archival ink and just go around and put down some text to that background. I thought it needed something. Doing a little masking here with just a piece of paper. I didn't want to get on that lady's body. She has enough problems the way it is, right? And just putting it a little bit here and there. Yeah, I like that much better. And I got this sentiment out of a Art by Marlene die cut book, and the sentiment says, "Why fit in if you were made to stand out?" And I thought maybe these two people, bird and person, definitely stand out. She has no arms or legs, and this bird has really, really long legs. So I thought that was kind of a fitting little sentiment for this page. I'm using this stamp and I'm going around the edge, creating a border, and then I'm going to use my black Posca paint pen and my white Signal gel pen in white, and I'm going to go around this whole edge and make a really cool border. At least I think it's really cool. And I also used a marker that is kind of like a Sharpie, and it's called Indente pen, and it's a permanent black, and I like how it goes on. And I'll try and find that and list it for you in the descriptions. If I don't, just send me an email if you need any of those supplies, because I'm kind of pressed for time. I'm trying to get this done for tomorrow morning, and I have people coming over for dinner in 15 minutes, so I'm hoping I can get it done. So going around the border, like I said, filling in with that marker, I'm going to use my black Posca paint pen and my Signal white gel pen. And I will do most of it off camera just to save some time. Alright, and now I'm going to use a maroon marker, and I'm going to color in the sentiment there. So I pull the maroon from the top and the left of the page into that other corner, so it makes that visual triangle. So it looks real cute. So here's how it turned out, and I went around everything with my black Posca paint pen. So this next page is finished. I really like it, so we're going to work on this one here. You didn't know you were going to get a bonus today, did ya? So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to use, and definitely that doesn't always happen. So I get out supplies, set them on my desk, and then I see what I'm going to use and what I'm not going to use. So black Posca paint pen, that little sentiment that says fly, and I'm going to use this rubber stamp that's been laying on my desk. I used the cheesecloth one for a mixed media project, and you can see that in my mixed media playlist if you want to. And I thought this circle one would be really cool. It looks like string, and I thought it would be really cool going on those turquoise circles there. So we will try it and we'll see what happens. I'm working with my archival jet black ink, and I'm just going for it. And I really, really like the results. So I'm turning the stamp around so that it lines up with that circle. Look how cool. I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to do 4 of them because there's 4 circles. And we want to make sure that we let this ink dry real well before we get in there and do something else, because my ink pad is pretty juicy, so I don't want to smear anything. See, I got it on my hand there and I was being real careful. And then I was trying to figure out how I would fit that other one in, and I think I can, and it turned out really cool, I think. Giving it a really good press because it's on both pages there. Neat, huh? I think it gives the piece some real cool movement. You've got the birds, the butterflies. It seems like everything's kind of flying around on the page. What do you think? So let's see, what next? I was thinking about putting those little flowers in, but then it really didn't go. It was covering up too much. So I was just playing with it. Should I put them down here? Now this little piece of paper here, sentiment, is fly, and it came from a different mixed media project, and I can try and link that for you also, but it is in my playlist, and the name of that video is Trust Your Wings, and it has some butterflies on it, so check that out too. I'd love to have you look at my other videos. That'd be awesome. So what I came up with were these little tiny like bubbles, and I thought the color was perfect. It had that blue, that purple, and the green and the yellow. And here I'm just trimming off. There's little edges when you pop them out of the dye book, and I didn't want those little edges to be on the bubbles. I wanted it to be smooth round. And then I'm going to go around the little bubbles with a black marker, and I'm just being real careful and seeing where the placement is going to look on this piece. I think it looks super cool. How many times can I say that it looks super cool? Sorry, I don't mean to. And I'm going to put these little tiny bubbles down with my glue stick, and it's going to be almost finished at that point. And I'm going to use my Posca paint pen and my white Signal gel pen, and we're going to add some highlights to those different elements. I added that stitched border around, and I gave the butterfly some antennae, but I really hated that stitch border. So I got out that black marker again, and I just went around the whole piece and gave it a not too thick, but a thin black border, and it really worked. It pulled all the elements together, I think. So I'm going to go around that, and I'll be right back. And also I gave the bird and the butterflies a little bit of sketch marks there so that it all had some unity and pulled all the pieces together. Gave some white dots to the butterfly wings, also the bubbles, and also the bird. Again, pulling it all together and giving it some unity. I smudged that a little bit, so I went back in, trying not to smudge it with my hand. There, doesn't that border look a lot better? I think so. So I was just deciding if I was going to go on to another page. I decided I was not. I needed to get some stuff ready for the party, and we will talk to you again next week. Thanks. Have a great day.